I'm interested in that, Brian. What's the relationship? You're talking about how hurricanes form. What's the relationship between temperature and hurricanes? We kind of touched on it, and and you mentioned it in the definition, but there's a correlation happening here. But what's happening to cause that increase in hurricane strength over time, or
sure. So the way a hurricane gets its fuel basically is from the ocean. It needs, like I said, they form over the warm tropical oceans. So you're not going to get one to form anywhere too far north, too far south, depending on if you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. But the warmer the ocean is, the more intense they can get. So there are, I guess the way to put that, and there's two types of warmth too to consider.
Okay.
Not just how warm the skin of the ocean is, like the sea surface temperature itself, but there's this thing called the ocean heat content, which is how much energy is stored in the ocean. So it's how warm is it through a depth. That matters too for hurricanes. So if you have a hurricane moving over the ocean and only the topmost layer of the ocean is warm, and then it gets cool right below that, for example. The ocean, of course, when a hurricane is moving over the ocean, there's all sorts of big waves, and it's a mess, right? So it mixes a lot when a hurricane is over the ocean. If the ocean is warm, not just at the surface, but down fairly deep too, then it can mix and mix and mix, and you're only mixing in warm ocean with it. So that allows the hurricane to maintain strength. But going back to your original question, really what we typically look at, just to get the hurricane, not even a hurricane, to get a tropical depression started first, and then a tropical storm, and then a hurricane. There you are looking for areas that have the warm ocean temperatures. So with time, as the ocean warms, there are more places where this can happen, right? So places that might have been not warm enough before are now becoming okay, and places that used to be okay are now becoming really good. So yeah, it certainly does play a